What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode here at Gear Up Pickleball. And today we are doing our first ever paddle review, starting with the Neonic Flare Titanium. So the Neonic Flare Titanium is a 16 millimeter wide body paddle with a titanium weave into the carbon fiber face. And this paddle also boasts a 5.5 inch handle that actually has 5.75 inches of usable space. So it makes it easier to throw two hands on there if you have a two-handed backhand. A few stats about this paddle: it has 3 layers where it starts with the titanium weave, and then there's a carbon fiber layer, and then a fiberglass layer at the end. And then there's 8 millimeters of a honeycomb core. I just really like what paddles are currently doing with titanium. You know, you have the Shogun that looks really nice, and now you have the Neonic Flare that is just also jumping into that titanium space. And not only does titanium look good, but it also provides a different feel on the ball. It's not necessarily better than carbon fiber or Kevlar, but if you are looking for a little bit more of a plush feel from your paddle, then titanium is going to give you that, but not necessarily take away that feeling of having that pop or power. And I think that's exactly what Neonic was going for here with this paddle, is that they wanted to give you more control back, but not sacrificing that pop and power. Wide body paddles, I think, have really been making a comeback in being able to just increase their power with the new technology coming out in pickleball paddles. So it's really cool to see these guys come out with their own take on the wide body paddle. Enough of that. Without further ado, let's jump onto the on-court review and see how this paddle feels. We just got done hitting with the Neonic Flare Titanium paddle. It just felt really great, just power wise. It's a 16 millimeters, so you would think that that would affect the power on this paddle, but for a wide body, this hits really pretty hard. I was able to feel like I could put the ball away whenever I was hitting shots with this paddle, but then when I got into dinking, it felt very comfortable dinking the ball, felt soft, but when I needed the power was there. Me as a right side player, this paddle would actually be perfect for my game because I am an aggressive left-handed player. I know that left-handers on the right side play like left side players, but when you're playing with another righty, you still want to have that controlling consistency so that your right side player can still provide that aggression, but then you can also counter punch as well and provide that aggression as well when you need be. Then you get the full force of that left and right side player if you're a lefty like me. This is a really nice paddle. I've been very impressed with it. I like especially the long handle that it has on it. It makes it very easy to put two hands on it. Whereas I played with other wide body paddles, and my current main paddle, which is the Sweet Spot Pro, you can't really put two hands on it. You really have to feel like you need to choke up on it to get your second hand on there. But with the Neonic Flare, you can really fit two hands on here very, very nice and very easily. So that'll do it for our on-court review. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you back in the studio. Just gotta say again, really enjoy playing with this paddle. This paddle, it weighs 8.8 ounces and the swing weight is 115. With swing weights, they typically range between 100 and 140. So if you have anything really between that 100 and 120 range, that's going to be considered a pretty lightweight paddle. Really easy to reload your hands if you end up in a hands battle. And then anywhere above that 120, nearing that 140 range, that's going to be considered more of a heavier paddle where it's going to be a little bit harder to reload your hands, but you're going to get more power on those drives. I will say that I am a little bit biased because I do play with wide bodies normally. I know I come from tennis and I started with elongated paddles and really enjoyed those because it just felt like a tennis racket. But since switching to playing with a wide body paddle, it's just been really nice having that extra space and extra forgiveness, especially when I'm caught in a tight space. I know that I can still reach the sweet spot most of the time and hit a relatively accurate shot. I'll leave a link to the paddle in the description below. This paddle retails for $149.99. But if you want to support the channel, grab this paddle from the link below. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these paddle reviews. Would love to hear from you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.